football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will have first crack at this one. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who's threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Snagged in the middle, it's Staley. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on third down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing, great job with the depth.
Breaks into the open, makes it past the marker. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
They're going to ride this running back. Not enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The 2024 season for Tennessee had some highs, wins over Bama, Florida, and Oklahoma. Man, it didn't end with a thud. They got clipped by the Ohio State buzzsaw and then suffered the big shocker of the offseason with Nico Iamaleava jumping into the transfer portal.
Yeah, I don't know that there was a more interesting offseason than in Knoxville. The quarterback spot, the drama, the back and forth, and Nico leaves, and then Joey Aguirre, who he goes to UCLA, Nico, and now the guy who transferred there transfers to Tennessee. So quarterback roulette, and Tennessee has a new guy.
There are things I expected to remain consistent, at least with Tennessee, though. Tim Banks is going to do a great job at defensive coordinator on that side of the ball. And you know Tennessee's going to run it as well. So I know a lot of question marks around the quarterback spot. There are other facets to this team that make them very dangerous.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the Volunteers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Tennessee! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will get the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse. It's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Lopez to pass. This time it's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
And the Tar Heels are on the move. Off the play fake. Fires one high and deep. He's got it inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Touchdown, UNC! Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gives it on the option. Turning it on!
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
The Vols come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Ship. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Now on first down from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Ship. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
On the run, it's gone. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Tar Heels will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the 1st quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wants to fire. Still looking on the move. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a 1st down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So here is the Tennessee offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll do it himself. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
A stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Pulls it in. It's Matthews. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Aguilar. Finds his tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Got it in the middle, it's Davis. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll go right back to it. Fights off the defender. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Between the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Lopez to pass. Hauls it in. And the defense makes a big hit, knocks him down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Really nice job by the defense. They're expecting run on that play, making the tackle, and now giving yourself a chance to get off the field.
And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. On target to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
Find some fresh air. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They'll ride the hot hand. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Staley. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Let's it fly. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. Trying to punch it in. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here.
Touchdown, Volunteers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch in the middle, it's Billups. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Caught over the middle. It's Staley. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and doing there. The offense wastes no time. Timeout call.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Pulls it in easily enough for the first down. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Volunteers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Culliver. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Fires to the right. Soft spot in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And the Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Lopez wants to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Tar Heels are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. Touchdown, North Carolina! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Here's the pressure. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And this will be caught at the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Deep shot for the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. So now it's 2nd and long. Lopez to pass. Looking down the middle. Finds his man. It's Ship. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line, it's Gauze. And that spin move kept the play alive and let this guy pick up a few extra yards. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd. That's caught. It's Johnson. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of 1st downs, now out close to midfield. Off-play action on 1st down. They're working that left side. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, UNC! A great catch and run for 6.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here is the Tennessee offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run play action. He's looking deep. And the deep shot was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned. They'll decline the penalty. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. to fire. Connection to the right.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. What a disappointment. No good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Right back to him on the ground. Got the 1st down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to
send it downfield. Catch in stride inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Vols are rolling down the field. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Floating away. Into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the move, it's gone. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Tar Heels pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the shotgun, the inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Lopez to pass. Bringing the heat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The field goal is no good. Still up by 8 after the miss. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Using his legs, it's Thomas. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He unleashes a long one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Creates a little room. He's not going to get there. Stop. On 4th down. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Lopez wants to fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Goss. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. The official says no good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game. He'll start this drive going to the air. He wants a big play here late. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Escapes trouble. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown ball!
Well, it's a great job getting the touchdown. Obviously, now you've got to go for two. You got to dial up your best two-point play to try to tie this thing with only seconds to go.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
That is such good pass defense at the most important point of the game. In this 2-minute situation, what a great job breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. Lopez to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And the Tar Heels line up to punt it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Now adjusting. He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Trying to make magic with his feet. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. With the ball marked down at the 33, that'll leave them with a 50-yard attempt to try to win this game. Oh, he missed it. No good. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied. Extra DBs on the field to defend the pass.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to...
Remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football. You better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. The play action fake. Right down the middle. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
1st and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels! They jump on top here in OT. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
And what a response. You just gave up 7 on the other side of the field. Every reason to get dejected. Oh, man. But they come out and they respond and they score on the first play. And now, Jesse, down by 1. What do you do?
And they made it look easy too, David. And you got to wonder about this defense and how much they have left in the tank. Because of that, maybe if you're on offense, you just decide to end this thing right here. You scored so easily. Maybe you could do the same on a 2-point play.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the 2nd OT. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The give out of the gun. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And I know this offense, man, they're glad they just got that 3, and he drilled it. But, man, you get the ball first, you want to go down and put pressure on the other side and score that touchdown. Now their defense going to have to come out and make sure they keep them out of the end zone, or else they're going to lose this football game.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. If you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He leaves it with his back. Oh, what a move. He